So I used artificial intelligence to craft what I thought would be the perfect answer to the police recruitment interview question: why do you want to be a police officer? So pin your ears back, folks. In this video, I'm going to give you the results, and I've worked really hard to get artificial intelligence to create what I thought would be the most awesome answer anywhere that would completely nail it. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about why artificial intelligence did not live up to my expectations, what some of the reasons for that might be, and how you could use AI to prepare for your interview, or how actually you might want to completely steer clear of AI for some of the reasons I'm going to go into, especially at the end of this video. So for those of you who have not met before, my name is Brendan from Bluelight, and over the past 31 years now, I've been supporting people just like you to succeed in the recruitment process, in specialist interviews and promotion boards, whilst I was in the service for 3 decades because I wanted to, not because I had to, but over the past decade or so, I've made this my living. This is what I do together with an awesome team of coaches. You can find out more in the links below. So let's get stuck in. Throughout this video, I'm actually going to refer to my laptop where I've got the results of the tasks that I set AI, and I don't want to confuse things by getting things wrong. So first of all, I gave the artificial intelligence a lot of prompts and instructions about what I wanted them to be. So I wanted them to be an expert assessor in the world of police recruitment and final interviews, and I gave them a load of qualifications. I really did. I created the perfect avatar for the most amazing interviewer you could ever come across. Actually, someone who actually designs the interview questions and designs the frameworks for the assessment of the answers to those questions. So it did all of that for me, you know, and it did a pretty good job of coming up with an assessment framework. I gave it, for just the purposes of this question, the competency and values framework from the United Kingdom, but equally you could give them any kind of assessment framework or occupational standards for any police department anywhere in the world. So I spent a lot of time giving the AI the perfect avatar that could come up with the perfect answer. And so it gave some initial answers, and I kept asking it for more detail, more authenticity, more emotional connect, and for the reasons why, how I linked it to various aspects of the competency and values framework. So I worked hard on this. It's not just that I just said, come up with the perfect answer to why do you want to be a police officer. If you're going to utilize artificial intelligence, you need to give it lots and lots of information. I also asked it questions like, what else do you need from me in terms of helping you to craft this perfect answer? And so what it came up with, I'm going to read what it came up with first, and then I'm going to talk to you about why I don't think this is a good idea, and why you shouldn't use AI, or if you do use it sparingly. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to read down now. So I want to be a police officer because of the experiences that have shaped my understanding of how vital good policing is to community well-being. Growing up in a diverse neighbourhood, I witnessed firsthand the challenges that communities face and the transformative impact that dedicated officers can have. For instance, I observed how our local community officer, PC Thompson, Police Constable Thompson, transformed an area troubled by antisocial behaviour by building genuine relationships with local youth and businesses. This showed me that effective policing isn't just about enforcement, it's about understanding, engagement and problem solving. My desire to serve has been reinforced by my 3 years of volunteering with a local youth outreach programme, where I worked with at-risk teenagers. This experience has given me practical insight into complexities of community issues. For example, I recently helped mediate a conflict between rival youth groups by creating a dialogue that addressed underlying tensions rather than just the immediate problem. This approach mirrors what I understand to be modern community policing principles, looking beyond the surface issues to address root causes. I'm drawn to policing because it combines my natural abilities with my desire to make a meaningful difference. My current role in retail management has developed my skills in conflict resolution and in crisis management. Recently, I successfully de-escalated a situation involving an aggressive customer by remaining calm, showing empathy and finding a practical solution. These moments have shown me that I have the temperament and judgment needed for policing. I'm under no illusions about the challenges. Through my conversations with serving officers and participation in police recruitment open days, I understand the physical and emotional demands of the role. Last year, I spent 6 months shadowing officers through the police volunteer programme, which exposed me to the realities of the job, from the paperwork to the unpredictable nature of emergency response. Rather than deterring me, these experiences strengthened my resolve because I saw how good officers can make critical differences in people's lives, even on the most challenging days. What particularly motivates me is the opportunity to be part of a positive change in law enforcement. I recognise that modern policing faces unique challenges regarding public trust and community relations. My background in community work, combined with my commitment to fairness and equality, has prepared me to contribute to building stronger police community relationships. For instance, in my current role as a community centre coordinator, I've successfully brought together diverse groups to work on shared projects, demonstrating my ability to build bridges across different communities. I've actually actively prepared myself for this role by developing relevant skills and knowledge. I've completed courses in mental health first aid and conflict resolution, regularly participate in fitness training to meet the physical demands, and stay informed about policing issues through professional police publications and attending police community safety meetings. I've also improved my resilience through challenging situations, such as managing emergency responses in my role as a first aider at large public events. The complexity of modern policing, far from discouraging me, actually reinforces my commitment. I understand that each day might require me to be a mediator, counsellor, enforcer, and public servant. My experience handling sensitive situations, such as supporting victims of domestic abuse through my volunteer work with a local charity, has shown me I can maintain professional composure while showing genuine empathy. Ultimately, I see policing as more than just a career. It's a vocation that aligns with my personal values and allows me to contribute meaningfully to society. I understand the weight of responsibility that comes with the role, from maintaining public trust to making split-second decisions that affect people's lives. I'm committed to upholding the highest standards of professionalism while serving all members of our community with equal respect and dedication. There you go. That's the result of hours worth of work with artificial intelligence. Now, it talks about what this response includes, all the different qualities. It talks about how the answer shows both the emotional intelligence and practical preparation necessary for the role while maintaining authenticity through specific personal examples. All right. A lot of you will have been sitting back thinking, well, wow, that sounds amazing. That sounds incredible. However, the problem I've got with this, if I was the interviewer on the other side of the table, I'd listen to all of this and think, I don't actually know anything about you. And here's one of the restrictions behind artificial intelligence, because when you give it a task, no matter how detailed that task might be, all it does is just go and scrape the World Wide Web for information about joining the police. And all it can access is what is available. Now, it can then put it together for you in a way that you've instructed it to do so. But what I think is missing from this is it's just a bit too vague. It just doesn't actually tell me anything about you. It tells me a little bit, but not much detail. So I'll give you some examples of this. It starts off, I want to be a police officer because of experiences that shape my understanding of how vital good policing is to community well-being. Well, what experiences? And how did it shape your understanding? Growing up in a diverse neighbourhood. Well, what does that mean? I witnessed firsthand the challenges, such as what? I observed my local community officer, PC Thompson, transform an area. Well, how did he or she do that? So there's lots of how missing, and I find this with artificial intelligence, that it's very good at telling you what, but it's very poor at actually going into the how. And trust me, with the work I did on this AI, I actually went deep and kept asking it, I want more how, I want more authenticity, I want more emotional connect. I even gave it some examples, and it just couldn't do it. It set forth things like it introduced some things into my avatar, like volunteering or working in retail management. Let's go a bit deeper. So I'm under no illusions about the challenges. My conversations with serving officers and participation in police recruitment open days, I understand the physical and emotional demands of the role. Such as what? I mean, how is it going to be emotionally demanding? All of this exposed me to the realities of the job, such as paperwork and unpredictable nature of emergency response. Yeah, but what sort of paperwork and how does that impact? And what type of emergency response is going to impact on you? So that, I think, is the problem with AI. It doesn't actually tell me anything about the unique you. Even though I tried to build into the avatar information about me, it just, and I even asked it questions, what else do you want to know about me? It just couldn't really come up with the how. Now, why is this? Well, I think because inside our heads and inside our hearts, is our motivation for wanting to be a police officer. And we've all got a unique story to tell. And that's what I want to hear at your interview. I want to hear your unique story, your unique story. I want it to start with a beginning and I want it to have an end. And what we actually do is we do this differently. I mean, it's done this by subject and we do it differently because the other problem you're going to have is you're never going to remember all of this. I mean, seriously, you will not remember this full stop. There's just too much there. And even if you did learn this by rote, you'd just sound like a bit of a robot, which actually is, that's what AI is. And you may find that if you're having an online interview, you could actually, there's a software that'll do this for you. AI will write the answer that you can just read off. As they ask you the question, the AI will pick up on that question and write what is your perfect answer. Well, from the research I've done so far, you've got a strong possibility of failing with the police. With other organizations, you might pass, but with the police, you've got a strong possibility of failing. Why? Because there's no uniqueness. And that's the problem with AI. It really struggles with finding the unique how, the what's in your heart, the what's in your head, your unique story. So it can probably come up with a framework, but even then, like I said, I don't like that framework because it's hard to remember. Whereas you telling a unique story that has unique chapters like what first inspired you, and then what did you do, and then what happened next, and then what did you do, and what did that inspire you to do next, and then what did you develop in terms of values and character and why, you know, your whole story. And we teach you how to do this, by the way, and it's awesome. The answers just completely, this sets you up for the rest of the interview. And it doesn't actually end with, and here I am in front of you. It ends with forward pacing. You know, you can future pace yourself into what your ambition is within the police. Currently, your ambition is. So it's the how and the authenticity that's missing. I hope this is really helpful for you and gives you a bit of a warning that AI is going to be useful in the future, especially in the world of police recruitment and getting promoted. But it's got so many limitations, and it's those limitations that could fail you, make you sound just like everyone else, because as more and more people use AI, more and more people will sound the same. More and more people will be less unique, whereas what I'm looking for is unique you. All right, makes sense? All right, awesome. Well, listen, let me know in the comments what you think about all of this. It's the first time I'm kind of venturing into the world of AI. I'm going to venture into it a lot more in 2025. Kind of dabbled a little bit last year, but this year I'm going to go deep to see how good AI is going to be in helping to support you in the police recruitment process and promotion processes. And I'm sure there'll be ways we can utilize it, but for the moment, I'm going to give it a mark out of 10. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. A 3 out of 10. Whereas our clients in our academy program, they're like 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Their answers are awesome. And they're ones that are scoring high marks. So hopefully we'll see you in one of our videos in the future, one of our webinars in the future, even in our academy program. Click the link below for a little bit more information, and I'll catch up with you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.